everyone.
When will Loki Season 2 be coming to Disney Plus? That is what we are going to be discussing in this video. We're going to go ahead and hop right on into it. Hey there guys, Unofficial MCU here. Hope you're all doing well, and as I had just mentioned, in this video we're going to be talking about when Loki Season 2 is going to begin streaming on Disney Plus as an exact date prediction here. We are going to be taking a read from the Direct's article. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there, as well as a read. Tom Hiddleston's return in Loki Season 2 will likely hit Disney Plus during the summer of this year, but what date exactly can we anticipate this exciting Disney Plus show for? Loki is the first and only Marvel Studios Disney Plus series so far to be renewed for a second season. Of course, that isn't because it was the only show successful enough to warrant a second season. Marvel just plays by its own rules, essentially, for what makes sense for its storytelling, really. Hiddleston will return once again as the Goddess of Mischief, joined by Owen Wilson's TVA agent Mobius and Sophia Di Martino as Loki variant Sylvie. The first season was highly regarded and widely popular amongst other Disney Plus shows. Anticipation is high for the second season, especially considering Jonathan Majors' villainous Kang may continue to wreak havoc in the second season. The only official window for when Loki Season 2 Episode 1 will premiere in summer 2023 is the question that remains. However, Disney's desire to constantly release both Marvel and Star Wars series onto the streamer sets up a roadmap for when the upcoming series could release on Disney Plus. The Mandalorian Season 3 is set to premiere on March 1st and conclude on April 19th. In all likelihood, Secret Invasion, Marvel's first ever event series, will begin sometime in May of this year. I'd also like to quickly mention that if you are a Star Wars fan, I also talk about all types of Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, and all that type of stuff. Linked in the description down below is my Star Wars channel. Anyway, the article continues to read that a realistic premiere date for Secret Invasion is May 10th, something that we recently just discussed here on the channel for into the regards of a release and premiere date for that Disney Plus show. If that rings true, then the series will likely end on June 14th. However, another Disney Plus show could possibly stream before Loki. Rosario Dawson's Ahsoka Star Wars show is also set to release this year on Disney Plus. Despite Ahsoka being the next big Star Wars show, several recent clues indicate that Loki is indeed closer than Ahsoka. The Disney Plus commercial titled Streaming in 2023 featured much more footage from Loki compared to just the one singular shot of Ahsoka and for her show. Another huge indication that Loki Season 2 will be the first to release is that the filming reportedly wrapped in October of last year. Ahsoka's filming had a similar timeline, however, but confirmation of when it ended was kind of vague. Sabine Wren actress Natasha Liu Bordizzo appeared to indicate that she finished filming in mid-October for the Star Wars Ahsoka show, giving audiences a short break after Secret Invasion and the continuation of Phase 5 for Marvel. Then, Wednesday, July 12th is the best possible guess for when Loki Season 2 will premiere on Disney Plus. However, do remember that this is simply just a rumor, and not even a rumor, really just kind of a prediction and a theory to kind of throw out there. In this overall theory, if Ahsoka does indeed release before Hiddleston's Disney Plus return, August 30th would be the next possible release date for Loki Season 2 after the Star Wars Ahsoka show concludes. This here all being said, the whole idea of not having Star Wars shows and Marvel shows overlap came from when they had Ms. Marvel and Obi-Wan Kenobi overlapping with that show in the summer of last year. Ms. Marvel just did not perform as well compared to Obi-Wan Kenobi, and the main blame for that overall is because Obi-Wan Kenobi was a much more anticipated show, and there was a oversaturation essentially of these two big franchises owned by the same big company. So really, realistically speaking, from now on, from what it seems that we're seeing here, is that Disney does not want to have their big franchises overlapping with each other, especially for when it comes to its Star Wars and Marvel shows, the shows specifically. I think that having the movies has never really been all that much of a problem for when you're going to have like a Marvel movie releasing side by side with a Star Wars movie. That's never really come to a problem or anything like that, has never really been a thing. However, for their shows, that there has been a thing and something that they would like to avoid. This year all also being said, navigating a busy 2023 on Disney Plus is going to get a little complicated. That's why I'm here to cover it and talk about it for you guys, so hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. There are going to be 7 separate Marvel live-action and animated series that are all slated to release this year on Disney Plus. Joining Loki Season 2, we're also going to have What If Season 2, Secret Invasion, Ironheart, X-Men 97, Echo, and Agatha Coven of Chaos. Projects like Ironheart and What If are safe bets to actually release this year. Like, fingers crossed, this is something that would happen this year. It seems very prominent and very likely. However, on the flip side of that, there's the Echo and the Coven of Chaos shows that might fall victim to a further delay. And that's not because of production or anything like that necessarily. That is much more rather to spread these projects apart more. And actually, yeah, I guess part of it is production so that they can spend more time on these overall shows, making sure that they have the best possible outcome of them. Connecting the Marvel streaming slate with Star Wars at the same time as well, and everything else on Disney that they are planning to release, and the calendar becomes incredibly crowded. Of course, different demographics are targeted. In the House of Mouse, Disney will likely try to spread out its Marvel and Star Wars offerings after a lackluster of results with previous shows that have overlapped, as I had mentioned, that being Obi-Wan Kenobi and Miss Marvel. And on top of that, the continually expansively huge MCU opens up more and so many more storylines, but also presents several other challenges when deciding its release dates. Disney hasn't seemed to figure out that perfect formula for their Disney Plus releases, but a new year will likely see the company learn from its previous mistakes to pave the way for a brighter streaming future for into the regards of their just shows alone. I think that their theatrical, releases for their movies have really been spot on, are spread out quite nicely at the same time for when they're also looking at their other franchises like Star Wars or even Pixar, as I had also mentioned, and those all seem to be fine and dandy. However, for when it comes to their shows, that there is something that becomes a little bit of a problem, something that they are kind of still figuring out and kind of playing it by ear. Now from there, that is where the article concludes, and as I had mentioned at the beginning of this video, I have this article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. Overall, let's take a step back here, essentially, an overview here, our final verdict here, our final conclusion and takeaway from this overall news update here. For when Loki Season 2 is going to be releasing on Disney Plus, the overall likely bet is that it's going to be sometime in July, like middle of July, around there. And if it's not going to be in the middle of July, it's going to be closer to the end of August. That there is our final takeaway here, essentially, for this overall update. These are predictions. Remember, these are predictions. They're not rumors even, really. They're just simple predictions and theories that we're throwing out here from the direct as a source here. As I had mentioned, I have that article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. I want to know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. When do you think we're going to be seeing Loki Season 2, and what do you want to see in Loki Season 2? I would love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Of course, this has been Unofficial MCU. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one, guys. Peace out.